Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, Miss. My name is Eva Pemivia. I'm here. I want to explain my first project. But the first project is language change. Table of contents. There is introduction, types of language change, consequence of language change, myths and misconception, and last conclusion. The introduction is the process through which a language characteristic, including its vocabulary, syntax, usage, and sounds, change throughout time is referred to as language change. Even though speaker might not always notice the change right away, this process is universal. All live language are always changed. Thank you. Types of language change. There is sound change, social and cultural influence, vocabulary expansion and borrowing, and less writing language evaluation. Sound change, systematic shift in pronunciations can occur over generation. For example, the Greek vowel shift dramatically, change English vowel sound between the 14th and 18th centuries. And number two, social and cultural influence. Social factors such as age, class, and contact with other communities drive language change. The way young people speak often differ from older generation, and this different and can become permanent features of the language. And number three, vocabulary expansion and borrowing. Languages frequently add new words to describe new inventions, technologies, or cultural concepts. They also borrow words from the other language, especially through trade migration of cultural context. Example, kindergarten from German, sushi from Japanese. Writing endless writing language and evaluation. The development of writing technologies like the printing press or digital media can standardize of diversify language as influencing spelling, punctuation, and even grammar. The next consequence of language change. Number one, a language may become unrecognizable from its previous from over time due to cumulative change in terms of grammar, vocabulary, and pronunciation. For instance, modern English differs greatly from Old English. Number two, when speakers of the same language are sparse from one another, their speech pattern might become so different that they can no longer comprehend one another, leading to the emergence of new independent language. Number three, language change can also result in the emergence of new language from dialect or pidgin, or language death, which occur when a language loses all of its speakers. And next, myth and misconception. Language change is sometimes perceived as corruption or decay, although contemporary linguistic disputes these notions change are merely a reflection of speakers' changing needs and circumstances. They are neither intrinsically good nor harmful. And next, the conclusion. Language change is a natural and continuous process that occurs over time due to various social, cultural, technological, and environmental factors. It reflects the dynamic nature of human communication as languages adapt to new realities influenced from other languages and evolving needs of speakers. Understanding language change helps us appreciate linguistic diversity and the way language grow and transform across generations. Part 2, the title is Stereotypes. Table of contents, their introduction, types of stereotypes, how stereotypes are formed, impact and importance, and less conclusion. The introduction, stereotypes are broad perceptions or assumptions about members of society. They entail giving each member of certain group a set or traits, action, or roles, often without taking into account individual variants. Next, types of stereotypes. There is gender stare, racial stereotypes, age stereotypes. Gender stare oversimplified ideas about what men and women are like or what they should do. Example, men are strong and unemotional. Women are nurturing and emotional. Number two is racial stereotypes. Generalizations about people based on their race or ethnicity. Example, all Asians are good at math. Black people are natural athletes. And number three, age stereotypes. Belief about the people based on their age. Example, young people are lazy or old people can learn new things. And next, how stereotypes are formed. Stereotypes are created by socializations and media influence that frequently portrays oversimplified image or particular group by personal experience that can result in the generalizations based on few interactions. And by the formation of the group identity, which cause people to prefer their own group in-group and have a biased or negative opinion of other out-group. And next, impacts and importance. Stereotypes can be detrimental because they restrict people according to their group identity and impose strict expectations on them. The assumptions that underlie stereotypes are reinforced when they are repeated, and this can have an impact on social equality, opportunity, and self-perception. For example, gendered pricing in professional title or job description may deter some group from applying or participating, thereby sustaining inequity. And last is conclusion. Stereotypes are generalized, simplistic ideas about the group of individuals that frequently result in unfair assumptions and limit the potential of each individual. Language frequently reflect and reinforce them, influencing cultural attitude and action. And the part 3, the title is Female Language and Feature. Table of contents, there is introduction, theoretical background, key characteristics of female language features, comparison with male language, and less conclusion. The introduction is language and gender is a field of study that investigates how the way men and women speak can differ. Word choice, intonation, speaking style, and the purpose of communication can show this difference. Significant social and cultural factors influence this difference, so language often reflects gender roles that exist in society. Studying the characteristics of a woman is language is important because it can help us understand how women adapt their language in various social contexts. It also helps identify any inequalities or stereotypes that arise in language arts and promote awareness for more equal and inclusive language arts. And next, theoretical background. According to Robin Lakoff, 1975, women typically employ particular linguistic traits that are indicative of their interior social standing. These include the ask of empathy, adjectives like cute or lovely, adjectives like maybe or I think, raising intonation at the end of phrases, and vague questions like you are coming around you Lack of claims that these characteristics provide the impression that women are less self-assured and more obedient. And number two is, according to Deborah Tennant, 1990, liberal model women's language tends to emphasize connection, support, and relationship maintenance repertoire, whereas men language emphasizes status, independence, and information sharing. Report that this model suggests that cultural and social factors rather than superiority or interiority are the reason why men and women speak differently. And the next is function of female language arts. Number one, building rapport. Number two, showing empathy and support. And number three, basic and safety. Number one, building rapport. Women often use language to create and strengthen social connection. They prefer friendly, supportive conversations that help building relationships. For example, they might share personal story or show understanding to connect with others. And number two, showing empathy and support. Women often show care and understanding through language. They ask kind words as about feeling and give emotional support. They may say things like "I understand" or "That sounds true" to comfort others. Number three, expressing anxiety. Women sometimes use language that show doubt or invite agreement. This can include the question, "It is nice, is it not?" or using intonation in statements. It helps create a sense of cooperation and allow others to join the conversation. And next is comparison with male language. According to different theory, language difference between men and women stem from different social experience from childhood, where men tend to seek status, whereas male language reflect power and control through interruptions, comments, and mastery of topic. In conversation between men and women, men tend to interrupt more often, speak longer, and use direct and assertive language, whereas women give supporting responses such as yes or more than ask more questions and maintain politeness in speech. And last is conclusion. Women use language as which is characterized by politeness, assertiveness, empathy, and cooperation, and influenced by social and cultural gender norms, as explained through lack of deficit and tenant difference theory, is important to understand because it shows how language reflect and reinforce gender roles, promotes inclusive communication, challenges negative stereotypes, and open up opportunity for further study across different cultures and contexts. Part 4. The title is Sexist Language. Table of contents. There is introduction, characteristics of sexist language, how language affects attraction, case studies, and last conclusion. The introduction is sexist language, a term used to refer to language that people find the most attractive, seductive, or romantic. The word sexist here does not necessarily mean anything sexual, but rather than the language sound beautiful, soft, or full of emotion, thus captivating the heart of those who heard it. Characteristic of sexy language, there is melodical and musical quality, expressive intonation, softness and fluidity. And number one, melodic and musical quality. The sexy language frequently have a soft, flowy intonation that fluctuates in pitch, giving the impression of sing and song or musical performance. For instance, Spanish and French are recognized for their smooth, melodic tones, while Italian is commended for its musicality. Expressive intonation. One of the characteristics of sexy language, the capacity to express passion and emotion through vocal inflection. For example, Spanish and Italian are said to be expressive and passionate language that can seem romantic or sultry even in casual speech. And number three is softness and fluidity. This language tends to favor gentle vowel and consonant that flow naturally from one to the next, avoiding harsh or abrupt sound. Particularly well known for this characteristic are the Romance language, example Italian, French, Spanish, and Portuguese. And next, how language affects attraction. There is psychological impact and social cultural influence. Psychological impact play an important role because language is not only absorbed logically but also perceived emotionally and processed socially. This is why the way someone speaks can greatly affect their attractiveness. And number two, social and cultural influence. Language perception and expression are shaped by social and cultural factors. Not only does language facilitate communication, but it also conveys cultural identities, values, and image that can enhance one's physical attractiveness. And next is case study. Example, there are three examples. There is from movies, song, and advertisement. Example from movies: Friend at Midnight in Paris. Friend is asked to create a romantic and classic atmosphere. It's soft and rhythmic, so make the audience feel like they are falling in love with the vibe of Paris. The language can change the sense of nostalgia and beauty. Number two, example from song: Despacito, Luis Fonsi, Ft. Ridian Spanish. The lyric and Latin rhythm create a romantic and flirtatious mood. The Spanish language in this song conveys strong passion and emotion to listeners. And number three, example for advertisement: perfume ads, the Dior or Chanel. Friends and Friends accents are often asked to convey a sense of luxury, mystery, and sensuality. This makes the product feel more exclusive and elegant. And next is conclusion. The sexy language is ultimately subjective, influenced by the way its sound, rhythm, and accent evoke emotion, cultural associations, and personal preference, proving that attractiveness in language goes beyond words and into how they make us feel. And thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.